Hello, I am Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm going to be talking about the Tamadra Carnival that is happening right now. So this is the first time North America/EU has ever received this Tamadra Carnival, and it's worth giving a little bit of thoughts in a quick video as well as rolling at the end of why you should not participate in this Palig Machine event. So the main goal of the Palig Machine is stamina savings. Basically, we're using the Palig Machine to save stamina to basically play the content we actually want to play. That may be more challenging content or content that drops cards that we cannot necessarily get from the Palig Machine. So the idea is we use the Palig Machine to save stamina. So the best way to evaluate whether or not it's worthwhile to pull in a Palig Machine event is to determine how much stamina you actually save per roll. So I'm going to start with the Plus Egg Carnival. So during the Plus Egg event, we had plus 15 last time. So that means every 500 PAL points equates to 15 plus eggs. So that's pretty good value overall because essentially you basically save yourself a lot of stamina. In theory, if you have best friends, you can use the best friends and that'll actually save more stamina because if we're going to use the benchmark of Starden for judging how much stamina it costs to get plus eggs, it's going to cost us 25 stamina in co-op to acquire 10 plus eggs from Starden. However, with all the latest events we've been having the last couple of months, plus the value of plus eggs has somewhat diminished because they've become oversaturated in our market. That's to say that with the plus 99 5-minute time attack dungeons, as well as the future, which is like next week, I believe, plus 30 descends, we're having copious amount of plus eggs that we've never had in the past. Also with the monthly quest, we get access to more plus eggs. There's just more floating around than we've ever had compared to say even 6 months ago. So for example, with the plus 99 from the 5-minute once a day of last month, we were able to get essentially 10 297s. Pretty amazing. Didn't really cost much stamina, as well as the fact that with plus 30 descents coming up next week, it's going to cost you 250 stamina for a 297. So this benchmark of Starden is a little inaccurate now just because we have sexier ways to acquire plus eggs. Now, let's compare it to Tamadra farming. So, on the other hand, Tamadra farming has never actually had any more exciting or desirable discounted medium to do so. We've been essentially just relegated to Tamadra Infestation. And Tamadra Infestation has 1 adult Tamadra guaranteed and at worst 3 baby Tamadras for 50 stamina in co-op. So let's assume that we always have the worst luck possible, which is kind of true when you play any sort of game. It's going to cost us 50 stamina to get those results. Furthermore, each baby Tamadra has about a 50% chance of awakening a monster, essentially, because it's 1 in 5, maybe 1 in 3, we don't know. I'm just saying between 1 in 3, 1 in 5. So it's going to take you about 50 stamina to produce 2 awakenings in a worst case scenario. That sounds about right, to be fair. So it's getting pretty costly to awaken monsters, and because we've never had any discounted places, no easy to farm avenues, Tamadras are a little more scarce by comparison. So let us quickly compare Tamadra farming versus Palig, plus eggs from the Palig Machine. So the Tamadra Palig Machine will yield on average 1 adult Tamadra every 5 pulls, approximately. Maybe my luck will be better or worse when I get to the rolling component, but let's say 1 in 5. So when we use a 10 roll sample, that's what you do from the Palig Machine, we are going to have on average 6 awakenings from 10 pulls. The 2 adults and 8 babies equate to 6 awakenings. So that's about 150 stamina approximately saved. By comparison, if we wait for the plus 15 Palig Machine, you will achieve 150 pluses, which is actually equivalent to 375 stamina from Starden. But as I mentioned beforehand, the benchmark of Starden is becoming less and less accurate because of all the saturation we've had over the past couple of months. So as a result, if we just move it into the plus 30 that's coming up next week for Descends, it's going to bring down the stamina cost to 125. So now we've got 150 for Tamadras, 125 stamina saving for plus eggs. They're both pretty similar, so really you just listen to me talk for about 4 minutes to tell you that you should just do what you want. Because in all actuality, the stamina savings are relatively comparable because of the fact that plus eggs are so diluted. So you should be really just pulling what you need at this point in time. And this really comes down to whether or not you should use your saved PAL points. If you are in desperate need of Tamadras, pull the Tamadras, and then use your PAL points that have been saved up in your mailbox accordingly. If you're not desperate for Tamadras, still pull all the PAL points you have active, because the next carnival is going to be something sad by comparison. So you might as well just use what you have, and then it comes down to whether or not you want to tap into those mail folders. So without further ado, I'm going to transition into just rolling my Tamadras. So screen pulls up, touching pad. See, I'm getting some nice little friend usage. Got a couple hundred, so I'll have 40 rolls basically. So I'll just keep track. Is it about 20% or so? So Pally machine, here we go. Let's get some pretty Tamadra. Let's count the adults together. Counting is hard. So 1, 2, 3. Not bad. I'm at 30%. This is pretty good with a plus egg. So I've got 3, and let's... Oh, shit. Planning is hard. Pretend nothing happened. Okay, here we go. Big money. Alright, so I have 3. Ooh, 4. I'm definitely banging higher today. So I've got 7 for 20 now. Maybe my estimate's off. Maybe I'm just luckier. Results may vary. Well, there we go. There's the 2 I was thinking of. So I'm averaging 3 per 10 pull. So, not terrible. I'll do 9 and we'll just pretend it's 10. So in 40 rolls, obviously a smaller sample size, I got 3, 3, 9, and 4. So that is 13 adult Tamadras and 39 rolls. So 13, that's actually a 1 in 3 chance. So not bad, I feel overall. Like pretty good, 1 in 3 chance. Maybe your math can be a little off, but basically you're saving a bit more stamina as well. So they eventually equate out. If it's 1 in 3 for this event, we're getting pretty similar value to the plus egg event that is going to happen next week. So let me know what you think about this Tamadra Carnival in the comments below. Hopefully you all have a mantastic day, and happy puzzling.